Hey, welcome back to Sean's Irish Whiskey Shelf. And tonight I have 5 absolutely fantastic bottles of Irish whiskey. And we're going to have a drop of each of these together. Now, before I get started, I want to make sure that I remind you that I do have a Facebook page where I interact with my fans. I'll post little tidbits of what might be coming up next. So if you're on Facebook and want to check it out, the link is in the comments, and the link is also on the main page for YouTube. I'm also going to put in the comments tonight a Facebook page that I found that I am really enjoying as well. This is the Irish Whiskey Fans of America. It's a private group, so you have to ask to join, but what just a fantastic group of people. If you want to see what everyone else is drinking, you want to find out information about Irish whiskey, I would highly recommend that you check that page out. I'm on there as well, so I can't speak highly enough about that. Hopefully you don't hear the dogs barking in the background. We have several in the house here. Maybe they want to try some of this Irish whiskey too, right? You never know. But and as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. It means a lot to me if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll get it out. All right, so like I said, 5 absolutely beautiful bottles of whiskey. Now, I don't normally do 5 in one night. Kind of makes the video a little bit longer, but I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. We tasted Yellow Spot together a little while ago, and we've tasted Red Spot when we had the Battle of the Teenagers. I just picked up this week. I managed to get the Green Spot, the Blue Spot, Blue Spot, and the Gold Spot, and can't help it. We're going to do all 5 of them tonight, because what better way to bring the family together than to do all 5. So, quick recap though. The Spot whiskeys were originally a product of the Mitchell & Sons distillery from back in the 19th century, so middle to late 1800s. They started going out of production little by little. Yellow Spot was, from what we can tell, Yellow Spot was the last Spot whiskey that was able to be found by the original Mitchell & Sons. It is now distilled at Midelton Distillery, and folks, that's a great distillery, right? You're talking the Spots, you're talking Method and Madness, you're talking Redbreast, okay? If we have any Jameson fans out there, you're talking Jameson, right? So, you know, they distill some really fine whiskeys there at Middleton. Why are they called Spot whiskeys? Well, back when Mitchell & Sons was still distilling these whiskeys, they would put a paint spot on the casks as they were maturing to signify which whiskey was which. And Middleton is still carrying that over with each bottle. When you go and you buy a bottle of Spot, Green Spot has the green dot on top, blue, yellow, red. Gold doesn't, but we're going to talk about gold here in a minute, why that's so special. It does have a spot up there, but it's not just a plain gold spot. It actually has a 135 in it. Talk about that in a minute. So, quick recap of what we've got here. Green Spot. This is their, quote, entry level to the Spot world. Don't know how entry level it really is. Maybe entry level to the rest of them. But to the Irish whiskey world, you can't go wrong with Green Spot. You just can't. Every single one of these is single pot still. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that the way to get to my heart is a single pot still whiskey. That's got to be my favorite. I just think those are fantastic. So to have 5 of them here, wow. So Green Spot, it is aged 7 to 10 years. They say there's no age statement on the bottle, but they do claim on the Middleton website that 7 to 10 years is what the whiskeys that go into this. So there's more than one whiskey that goes in here. It's kind of a mix of some single pot still whiskeys. 7 to 10 years, you're looking at 80 proof on there. And this is matured in new and refill bourbon barrels, as well as sherry casks. So there's your green spot. Blue spot, we haven't talked about that one yet either. So this is a 7, well, on the Midelton website, they say it's 7+ years. Of course, on the label, 7 years. And this is cask strength. All right, so this is going to have the most punch out of the 5 of these. You're looking at 117.8 on the proof. So, yeah, that's going to be some good stuff, right? Let's see, bourbon casks, sherry butts, and Portuguese Madeira casks is where you'll find this matured in. Also non-chill filtered. Let me see, I think that's the only one that is non-chill filtered, but we'll double check as we go along here. All right, yellow spot. We've already talked about this one on a previous show. You're looking at a 12-year whiskey. It's 92 proof, and this is matured in American bourbon barrels, Spanish sherry butts, and Spanish Malaga butts or casks. Interesting thing about the yellow spot. I mentioned before that this was the last one, or we're pretty sure it's the last one to have disappeared from shelves back in the 1960s. On the website, they have a little factoid about this. It says that we're lucky to have yellow spot at all now. It was just a happenstance that they found an old bottle at the Little Museum of Dublin. And it's because they found that old bottle that they were able to start making yellow spot again, or even had the idea to start making yellow spot. So thank goodness, right? Because now we have yellow spot. All right, oldest of the bunch, red spot. Again, we've tasted that. That is a 15-year-old single pot still, and all these single pot still, 92 proof. And this one is matured in bourbon barrels, Oloroso sherry barrels, and Marsala wine casks. So each one of these has a little bit of different maturing process, gives it a little bit different taste. Now, finally, gold spot. This is kind of a holy grail of the spot whiskeys right now. This came out in the summer of 2020, and it's a limited edition release. Supposedly, it's a one and done. It is to celebrate the 135th year of the spot whiskeys, and they apparently don't have any intention on making this again. Why would they? 135 years only comes around once. This is also, I see here, non-chill filtered, so want to make sure I get that out there. 102.8 proof, so not quite as much kick as our blue spot, but all I have read about gold spot is how fabulous it is, so we're gonna find out, right? All right, enough of me yapping. Let's try our pours here. All right, so first, a drop of green spot. See how we do. Good as always. Oh boy. We're going to have to do a taste-off one time between this and Redbreast 12. I think they're awfully close. I think Redbreast 12 might maybe have a little bit over this. I think I might prefer Redbreast 12 over the green spot. But that's a really good, it's a really good whiskey. Tell you what, you want to have a drop of good whiskey under $100? There you go, right there. Green spot. You can't go wrong. All right. How about some blue spot? This is our 7-year-old age statement whiskey, cask strength. So we should get some good alcohol burn out of this one, right? Let's see how we do. Oh yeah. You know, folks, it's got a little more alcohol burn than the green spot. I think blue spot, if I'm ranking these for my own palate, and again, your palate may vary. I'm not here to tell you what you're going to find the best. I'm telling you what I find the best. Didn't mean to beat my mic up on you there, folks. I think that blue spot might be better than the green spot. And yeah, we might put both of these against a red breast. Because I'm thinking blue spot might be my favorite of those two. And supposedly blue spot is kind of difficult to find also. So if you see it and you want it, better snap it up. All right, pour a yellow spot. We've had this before, so I kind of know what it tastes like. But now that we're lining it up, let's see how we do. Yep, I don't think it's as good as the blue. It's got more sweetness to it. Definitely more sweetness to it. I think the blue is still my favorite. It would be tough between the yellow and the green. I think the yellow. I think I would take the yellow over the green. Again, a drop of the green isn't going to do you wrong, but I think the yellow just has a little bit more sweetness and maybe just isn't quite as harsh as the green. Yeah, I'd do the yellow over the green. But the yellow and the blue, I don't know, folks. I think I'm still on the blue. All right, red spot. We've had this one before too. Let's give it a shot. Now see, for a 15-year-old whiskey, I don't think Redbreast 15, well, I know it doesn't stand a chance against Redbreast 15 because we had that in the Battle of the Teenagers. I still think, in all honesty, if you gave me all four of these and said I could take one and one only, I think I'm taking the blue spot still. I am. I think that is still the one that I like the best. All right, now, here we go. The big finish. Gold spot. Folks, it's not a cheap bottle of whiskey. Now, you're going to pay, depending on the markup, you're going to pay $200 to $400 for a bottle of Gold Spot. I've seen it as low as in the 180s, and I've read reports of it being as much as $400. Is it worth $400? Yeah, I don't know, but let's find out. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wow. It's tough. Yeah, this is tough. I can't pick. I'm sorry, folks. Blue and gold. I can't pick. Those are two fabulous, fabulous drops of Irish whiskey right here. I can't pick. I'm blown away. The Gold Spot is a wonderful, wonderful drop of whiskey. I mean, it really is. But the Blue Spot is right there with it. And when I think of single pot still whiskey, this is what I think of right here in front of me, this flavor profile. I think Midelton hit it right on the head. I think Mitchell & Sons hit it right on the head with their first recipe. I mean, that is a great drop of whiskey. So's Blue Spot. I think for your palate, you're just going to have to try them both. I would say, again, if you really want to add to your Spot collection and you have the cash, pick up a bottle of Gold Spot. You will not be disappointed at all. If you can't find it and you want something, in my opinion, that is just as good for a single pot still whiskey, right here, Blue Spot, 7 years old. Green Spot, being the least expensive of the 5, will not steer you wrong either. But I think Blue and Gold's where it's at, folks. So, all right, that's all I have for you this evening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. I know I sure did. 5 wonderful drops of whiskey, right? Again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Until we meet again, which will be next week, I want you all to enjoy yourselves. Make sure you drink some whiskey, all right? And be safe and be well. See you next week. Bye now.